Hey guys, I'm Max, and I'm from Live and Let Live TV, and I'm here hanging out with Steven from I Wrestledabearonce. How's it going, dude?
Good. It's cold.
Cold?
Other than that, good.
How you enjoying Texas weather?
It's better than most of the rest of the country right now. So that's
yeah,
good.
man, it's hectic.
It's not California, but you know.
Yeah. All right, man. So first question off, who's the craziest one in the band?
Well, Krista's a woman, so she wins by default. Women are crazy. It's a fact.
Who's the quietest one?
John, our other guitarist.
Ah.
Oh, shit.
All right. What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you during your tour? This tour so far?
Yesterday we drove. The pieces that hold the axle in our trailer in place broke off, but we couldn't get it fixed. So it was either drive and hope that the axle doesn't fall off on the highway, or skip the show and get it fixed. Oh, we fucking drove here anyway, so. And hit a deer, so.
Really?
Somehow we're not dead, so that's good. That's, a non-drinking related story, just ignorant things that would kill us. That's the craziest thing that's happened so far. And my phone constantly beeping.
Alright, what band would you guys really like to tour, like really past or present, if you toured with them before, that you guys really enjoy touring with?
We've never toured with Deftones, we want to tour with them. Deftones and Slipknot. Those two.
So you guys are really, I guess, metal-based?
No, those just make sense. There's a lot of like soft bands I'd want to tour with, but I don't think people would get it. The Bear tour, we could get us minus the Bear, and like Bear versus Shark. I'd be into that, but I don't think we'd go over very well on that. But we like way too much different shit. But Deftones and Slipknot for a metal tour. Right, and Deftones aren't even that metal anymore, especially.
So, for the guys who don't know who you guys are, tell us a little bit about yourselves. I Wrestled a Bear once. What are you guys about?
Music. I don't know. We encourage people to have fun and not be dicks, and I don't know, just not be bummed out. Just do whatever the fuck you want, have fun with it. That's mainly the only message we have is have fun and don't be a dick.
So what can we expect from your show tonight here at the A Decade of Destruction tour with Mice and Men and Eyes Are Lay Dying?
Probably a lot of, I don't know, I'll probably wind up getting hurt because there's not a lot of room on stage tonight, and there's a barricade, so I'll probably end up falling on that and hurting myself.
Yeah.
I don't know, just a lot of silly shit. That's really all we do. Just have fun. I don't know, it's not really pre-planned, so it depends how the crowd is. And then we feed off that. And
Dallas crowds are crazy.
They are. They're coming. We're from Shreveport, Louisiana. It's like fucking 3 hours.
Oh yeah, 3 hours.
So we always do. It's like the first show we ever played was in Dallas before Shreveport. So
if you guys are Shreveport, you guys do a little casinos?
We've never played a casino.
Really?
That's normally where bands go to die. Why'd you just throw me your pants, bro? Matt just got a tattoo apparently.
Really?
There you go. I'll get those back to you. Thanks. Keep up the good work. Let me see. Oh no, it's covered. Never mind. I'll see you later.
Aww. Who's that, Matt?
That's Matt. He's a Mice and Men's driver.
Oh, really?
He was our bus driver a couple months ago.
Sweet. All right. Well, what's one embarrassing thing about you?
I'm awesome.
That's embarrassing?
No, there's nothing to say. No, I don't know. No, we're all awkward.
Any I guess. Awkward, like things you wouldn't do around your friends, things you do in private.
No, none of us give a shit. We're the same people.
So even Krista would like pass gas or
she farts on stage. She'll probably do it tonight.
Really? She puts a microphone on her butt?
Yeah, that's happened a lot. Like I said, we got nothing to hide. We give no fucks.
I like you guys.
Be yourself.
Already.
Who cares?
All right. Well, growing up as a kid, who was your favorite cartoon character?
Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
I love them. They're really great.
They're fucked up. That's all we like.
Yeah, it's like. I think that's the basis of gruesome cartoon shows, like
all of them. They were the first.
Yeah, they were the first ones to start off. I remember watching that as a kid, Nickelodeon.
Yep.
All right, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Teleportation, because it would make my life really fucking easy.
Where would be the first place you teleport?
Well, I would go home and then come back to the show and then go home again. It'd be awesome.
You have a lot of family at home, or?
No, my family's weird, but they're mainly all in Northern Ireland still, and my folks like moved to America and shit, so most of my family's still in Ireland. But
so you're from Ireland.
I was like
your
the
first generation.
First American person in the family. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, home is I moved, like I said, from Louisiana, moved to California, and home right now is Pasadena, outside LA.
So if your parents are,
they live in Memphis, so my family's kind of.
So your parents are from Ireland, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was it? So I'm pretty sure going through high school, that was a little bit weird, having like friends that are American friends and.
No, they all just called the house and want to talk to my parents because they have cool accents. That was really about it.
You weren't embarrassed about your parents, like a lot of.
I've never given a fuck. Everyone can kiss my ass. I'm stoked on me, and everybody should be stoked on them. So.
That's great,
fuck
dude.
anybody that says otherwise.
Because a lot of kids nowadays, they don't like their friends seeing their parents because they're embarrassing or stuff like that.
I'll fucking hold my mom's hand and walk her in the show today. My mom rules. If your parents are cool, then fuck that.
That's great, dude. That's really hard to find nowadays. All right, so what is a big influence growing up for you, and why? Like, who's your biggest influence in life?
I don't know. For like music or
music inspiration, just to live. I guess make music.
Musically, Mike Patton, because he doesn't give a fuck about anything, and he's been in some of the best bands ever. I don't know. Yeah, musically, probably Mike Patton.
Well, if you could only listen to one record your whole life, no, say you're gonna die, and you can only listen to one record for the last moment of your life, what record would it be? What album?
It depends on what day you ask me, I think. Refuse, Shape of Punk to Come. Curveball. No one ever knows that band, but they're the best. Nope. And they invented Screamo. So.
Really?
They invented it and then broke up, and then everyone just ripped them off.
Oh man. All right. Well.
Good album.
A lot of kids that nowadays go through addictions. They turn to drugs for, I guess, a getaway to escape, life. And what advice would you have for someone who's trying to give up the drugs and, but really can't find the strength in themselves to give it up?
Well, first of all, everyone has the ability to give up anything. Anyone who says otherwise, I think, is honestly part of the problem. Because people are taught to think, oh, well, this is a disease. It's like, it's not a fucking disease. I'm a dick. I'm not really a dick. It's like, if everyone wants to talk about anything, I would be glad to talk to them about it. I still run our Facebook, Twitter. I write people back all the time. You're like, hey, I've got this problem. I'm like, cool, let me talk about it. But at the same time, don't make excuses. If your life's in a way that you don't like and want to change it, fucking change it. It's really, really not hard. I've got friends who have been addicted to every single terrible hard drug on earth. And the ones that have had the most success doing it are the ones who, it has to click in your head first, you know what I mean? You can't have people shove you into fixing your life. You have to realize that being, a useless, addicted piece of shit is not going to get you anywhere. Your family is going to be upset about it. All your friends, you're going to treat them like shit. Because like I said, I've got friends who are best people on earth, addicted to meth, suck at life, and then get over it. Obviously some of them have, gone to like Narcotics Anonymous, AA, whatever. That helps. By all means, go for it. Whatever helps. But just, I don't know. A lot of times people are like, I want to do this, but it's just kind of a half-ass thing. You have to really click it in your head. It's like you make shit happen for yourself more than anyone else. So if you're not passionate about fixing your shit, then how's that going to get done? You know what I mean? I don't know. That bothers me, I guess, when people blame other people, I guess, for why they would have an addiction. Life is life. It's rough and it's awesome, but it's like I don't know. You got to deal with it. And like I said, you have more power to fix your life than anyone else. So obviously talk to people about it. Get help. Go anywhere you feel is going to help. Go lock yourself up in AA. Do whatever you need to do, but make sure you're doing it. Don't, more often than not, when you're dragged into something like that, it's not going to be a success. Whereas when you have a click in your head, I'm a good person. I want to live life. I got a bunch of shit to do. And everyone does. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone has something to offer. Everyone has some sort of gift, something they're good at, and something they can even get better at. So it's like, take that, run with it, and don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm the last person to ask about this, I think. Yeah.
I mean, that was a good explanation. I'm not going to lie. That's better than...
I can, come up with something in my head, and I try to say it. I'm just like, obviously, I've been drinking beer today. I'm not perfect. But at the same time, don't spend every day vomiting into a trash can. I'm definitely not a raging alcoholic or addicted to anything, and that, you know. But point being, that's because I have always been the type of person. I'm like, I decide this. And obviously, you're doing heroin, you're doing meth and shit. That's addictive. You are addicted. You need to go somewhere and get help to be weaned off of that. But you also have to keep in mind that however good, being super high all the time feels, it's like, it's not completely not worth it. You're throwing away everybody who gives a shit about you. You're like, basically just go up to your mom and spit in her face and tell her that you hate her. You know what I mean? And people don't think about stuff like that, and that's like realistically what it is.
So, like you said, you have a lot of friends that gone through it and gotten through it?
Everybody does. Yeah. I mean, I've got friends who've died from crazy shit, and then I've got other friends who are now like the best people on earth again, how they once were, but they've spent a couple of years being shitbags. No matter how much you try to help, it's frustrating because you try to help people and they end up stealing from you. And I know a bunch of people that owe me money that I'll never see again, but it's fine because as long as at the end of the day or at the end of whatever they, realize that they got to get their shit together.
All right, so last question. Imagine in my generation, teenagers are falling in love at younger and younger ages and thus experiencing a lot of hurt feelings early in life. What can you say about this?
I don't think it's a generational thing because people used to get married when they were like fucking 15, you know what I mean? That was normal, so. I don't know, it's totally normal. I'm 26 and it's happened to me a shit ton. It's not even just like being a young thing, but it's just something you have to accept that happens, and whenever you find somebody who is actually good for you and who you're supposed to be with, it won't happen. I know it sounds really simple, in hindsight, but I mean, it's seriously, no matter how much you think you love someone, if they're, fucking you over, if they're doing terrible stuff to you, then clearly they don't love you, and you're better than that, and you're going to find someone who is good for you. And then there's no rush, you know what I mean? There's like no rush. Everyone's always, that's the one thing. I feel like people are like, oh my God, I gotta find somebody and be in love with them. You really don't. Like my brother and sister didn't get married till their 30s, but they've both been married for years and have kids, and like their lives are sweet. Like, no rush. Don't do something. I mean, there's no need to settle or commit to somebody you're not 100% stoked about or waste time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Everything I said sounds easier in hindsight than when you're going through it, but it's like super. I just have to remember, if someone's going to, fuck you over like that, clearly not worth your time, and somebody will be.
All right. Well, that concludes our interview with Steven from I Wrestled a Bear Once. Make sure to check him out on the Decade of Destruction tour with the Mice and Men and Iwrestledabearonce and Live and Let Live TV, and thanks for watching.